Hi everyone, welcome to this video. We're on our travels again. So once again we're at Terminal 2 Manchester Airport, and this time we're going to Rhodes. So we're staying at the Atlantica Aegean Blue on Rhodes. Oliver's excited. So this time we've parked at Multi-Story West at Terminal 2. So we'll show you a few clips of coming in, but we pre-booked with holiday extras. So we booked very last minute, so it cost us a small fortune. It's 160 quid for a week. Do like it, yeah. So 160 quid for a week, and this one you just find your space in the multi-story, park up, keep your keys and off you go. So I am going to help Katie with the cases, I promise. And yeah, so we're going to walk you straight through from start to finish, flying from Manchester all the way to Rhodes. So let's get on it. Here we are going through to the terminal. So Multi-Story West is literally like a 1 minute walk into the terminal. So we're flying with TUI today. We are so high. We're flying with TUI today, and they fly from Terminal 2 at Manchester. So it's a really decent car park. So just to give you an idea of how close Terminal 2 West is, the multi-story, there's the cut through. And here's departures and the check-in desks. So super close, so definitely worth it. But make sure you do pre-book, even though we did overpay because we only booked 2 days ago. If you don't book at all, it's 58 quid a day, so you're going to be spending mega bucks. So I was 160 for a week, just for reference, via holiday extras, and they normally have like a 10 to 20% off code if you just Google holiday extras discounts. So handily, TUI are located right next to departure security. So if you're flying with TUI, look for section E. That's where all the gates are for dropping off your bags and checking in. So if you make sure that you check in online prior to arrival at the airport with TUI, you can just use the bag drop function. So there's little kiosks that you get sent to. You weigh your bags, confirm all your details and the security information, and then you get given your luggage labels which you can attach, and you simply just drop your bag off at the gate itself. It's nice and easy. Right, so with these baggage kiosks, you scan your boarding card under there, press confirm, and stick your bag on the scales, it weighs it, and then it prints you out a little boarding label, and then you just stick it on the side and you're good to go. So once you've printed boarding tags for your cases and popped them on, join the next queue and they check your passport and boarding passes, and then you join the next queue to go drop your bags. So it's sort of splitting the single check-in process into 3 different bits, but at least we keep moving. It's worth noting as well, if you use the assisted travel feature, I guess, service, it's all done for you. So there's a chap here doing all the assisted travel luggage. Well, there you go. Although there's a few steps to it, that was actually really quick. So 10 minutes from walking through the entrance to finishing. So we're all checked in, and because we've got Oliver's pushchair, we've got to come over to oversized baggage, which is just at the end, right where we walked in, near the entrance. So we'll get that checked in, and then we're going to go through security. And today we've got fast track security. So we'll see how quick that one is. And here we go. Departures. We'll drop the oversized bag off. Hello. 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 I'm going to head through for security, see how busy it is. It's a bit difficult to gauge from here, but we're not queuing all the way outside. Daddy wants to film, and it's hey Daddy, hey Daddy. I'm going to head through to fast track, which is on the left. So let's go through. To give you an idea of how busy security is, so this is the fast track, so the cutback's up and down about 3 times, and that's the main queue. So quite busy, but there's a lot of lanes open, so it's not too bad, not a nightmare. Right, so we're free security, so it took about 20 minutes in all, and that's only because one of our trays got flagged for an extra inspection. So if that hadn't been the case, it would have literally been like 5 minutes. So the thing they picked up on was Oliver's little backpack with like a packing cube with all his baby wipes, all his bits in. So they didn't actually take anything off us or say anything was wrong. They just wanted a further inspection and scan. So 20 minutes, not too bad. I'd say the fast track's worth it. We sort of treat it as a bit of insurance really, just in case you turn up to a horrendous queue. You don't know what you're going to be rocking up to, how busy it is. But the lane we were in, you could leave the electronics inside the bag, so the only thing you have to take out is the liquids, which is quite good. Saved a lot of time packing and unpacking stuff. Yeah, look at that, some planes. Shall we go have a look? We've made it into the departure lounge. So you've got all the usual stuff. You've got your Costas, duty free, WH Smiths. But you know what, I'll do a bit of a montage and show you everything there is. So there we go, that's a bit of a tour of the Terminal 2 departure lounge at Manchester Airport. So it's really busy today. So obviously we flew in April and it was tons quieter than this, sort of flying at 2:30 we were, and this flight's at 3:30, so the difference is quite big. So obviously we're getting towards the kids' holidays and stuff, and there are a lot of kids around, so I guess that's why it's busier. So there's long queues for all the food places. But looking at all the signs, they're serving up food in like 9 minutes, 7 minutes, that kind of thing. So I don't think you're waiting too long for the food once you sat down in the restaurants, but they're just the queuing up system. It's quite long queues, so just worth considering. So we ate at McDonald's on the way up, just to save a bit of money and a bit of time here. So just before everyone's boarded and we take off, we'll just do a quick seat tour. So today, quite unusually for a short haul flight, we're on the Dreamliner 787-8. So we've got some in-flight entertainment, which is going to be up and running, which again for a 4-hour flight you don't normally get. But you've got a USB port, you've got a headphone jack, so of course you've got your tray table. That's the config really, just straight up and down, slides in and out. And single seat pouch with no compartments, your magazines. The armrest up and down. And if you pick the back row, you can recline to your heart's content. And on the Dash 8, the last two on the outer left and right rows are just 2 seats with a bit of space to the side, which is nice if you're travelling as a couple. And with the Dreamliner, plenty of headroom, nice and bright aircraft as well with sort of the ambient lighting, and with the windows as well. If you're doing a night flight, they can sort of darken those just to make it easier to sleep, etc. And yeah, so nice headroom, big luggage compartment. It's worth noting if you're seated at the back, the last sort of 4 or 5 overhead compartments are used for crew storage. So where that chap's just loading there sort of is where the first one is. So if you can try and board first, if you are sort of rows 40 to sort of 38, 37 kind of thing, just to make sure that you get some space in the overhead. And yeah, big large aircraft, plenty of room. Would say that the leg room isn't quite as good as the Airbus we were on for the Florida flight a couple of months ago. So I'd consider if you're doing a long haul flight on the Dreamliner, potentially worth upgrading to extra leg room just for that extra comfort, but overall it's a good aircraft and we like it. So here's a bit of an overview of the entertainment system on the 787-8. So you've got your selection of movies, TV, music, games. So a few movies and new releases. Got the Barbie film, obviously quite a big one. Flash. So you've got quite a decent selection. And if you're going back into the sort of classics, quite a few there. The Dark Knight, Despicable Me. So plenty to keep you entertained on this 3.5 hour flight. And in terms of kids as well, movie wise, you got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Lego Batman film, Scooby-Doo, Sing. So again, decent selection like Trolls. And TV wise, all different genres, comedy, some full series, some just a few episodes. So the only thing is that the screen's not very responsive on these systems. It takes a bit of poking with your finger. There's a decent number of shows, so if you didn't load up your phone with anything, as long as the in-flight system's working, you're going to be fine. Plenty to watch. So this would be a similar configuration for your long-haul flights. So these would be the kind of shows and films to expect if you're going long haul as well on the Dreamliner. There's a few little games as well, and some of it you can play across the seats, so you can link up with other passengers. It's like bowling, Texas Hold'em, Bejeweled, that kind of thing. And there's meant to be a bit of a plug-and-play system, but in all the years I've never been able to get this to work, plugging in my own phone. And then you've got your normal flight map, which is pretty basic when you compare it to like the likes of Virgin, when you get the camera and the sort of 3D globe. So it's just sort of your basic facts on the journey. So on your short haul offerings, you don't get a meal included unless you've paid for it in advance, but just sort of to give you an idea of price wise and what you can get on board. So they're quite big on the sandwiches, toasties, bacon rolls. So you're talking $5.59 for a bacon roll, so quite steep really. You can pick up these toasties, ham and cheese. Nuggets as well, $5.59 for 9 nuggets. A chicken tikka meal, chili con carne, $8.60. Selection of sandwiches again, toasties, you can get them as a meal deal for $8.50. Select a sandwich, Pringles and a drink for $8.50. Then you've got this sort of any 4 items for $6.50 deal. So you have a tub of Pringles, chocolate bar, drink, sweetie bag, so that's not too bad. Ploughman snack box. And then the usual sweets, chocolates, some of these bags. Again, another deal, a muffin and a hot drink, a £5. 2 bags of the Cadbury's chocolates for £6. And the long haul offerings as well, so slightly different there. And hot drinks as well, so you're talking £3.20 for a cup of tea. Soft drink wise, normal size can of Coke is going to cost you $2.60. No sugar tax up in the sky. And then you can also grab your alcoholic drinks as well if you want to start the holiday with a bit of a cheeky drink. So beer and ciders $5.60, $6.45 for a glass of wine. 2 Prosecco's £15. And spirit in a mixer $7.75. Cocktails, Bacardi Mojito $5.10. Long bottom $5.10. And there you go. So that's your selection. So you can pre-order, but one of the first things they do is come round and ask if you want anything hot off the menu. So they put it in the oven for you and then pay when they come back round with it. So in terms of the configuration on the aircraft, it's a 3x3x3 on here, apart from the back where the last two are a row of 2, and ours is a 3 as well. Like I say, nice and spacious. So I thought I'd just quickly show you the toilets. So I think there's 6 altogether on board. Whoops, about banging the door. So some of them more spacious than others. They all have a little baby changing table as well. So just pretty standard really. And the lights are off when you first come in, but then you have to lock it to get the lights on. Hot and cold water. So yeah, do the job. So just one thing worth noting as well, if you're flying short haul on the Dreamliner, you don't get headphones as standard, or a blanket or a pillow. So if you're wanting those, just make sure that you bring them along with you, or you can buy the blanket for £3. And in terms of your alcohol and other bits, so just an idea of prices for spirits. It's quite good on Kraken, we like that. 1 litre is £25, 2 for 42, 3 for 55. So again on these, 30 quid a piece for your Johnny Walker Black Label tequila. Fair play to you buying tequila. Well, Kraken's a new addition to TUI. You can get your litre bottles of Blue Label Smirnoff, 16 quid, 2 for 26. So some decent prices for your duty free. Well, as you can see on the map, we're nearly at Rhodes. We'll be landing in the next 15 or so minutes. It's dark outside now, and this little boy is asleep. Just what we needed. We can relax for a bit. Perfect. Right then, we'll see you on the ground. Got through immigration, didn't take too long, so it's about 15 minutes. Looked a bit more chaotic than it actually was in the end, so you've all sort of spill into that hall and the queues sort of abruptly merge, which is a bit tricky, but you get in there, you're alright. So no issues getting through, and now we're on to the baggage. So you have the little trolleys, so these are going to cost you, they're not free of charge at this airport. Quite a few conveyor belts, so there's a screen just as you get through immigration telling you which conveyor to come to grab your cases. So grab our bags and then we'll head over to the transfer coach. Well, in record time all our bags are here. Super efficient at Rhodes Airport. We only landed about 25 minutes ago-ish. So if you've got a pushchair that you've checked into oversized baggage, it's sort of in the middle under that sign. There's a lady stood at a little desk there, so that's where all that comes out. So just in case you're wondering, but we'll see now how long we're waiting on the transfer bus, because obviously we've got to wait until everybody's got their cases. And let's head over and find it. So once you've got your bags, head through customs control, which is just sort of an area with glass, and out through here into the main foyer. So there'll be loads of people with cards sort of showing you the right direction to go. You got your car rental here as well, but this will be the section where you find out which bus you're hopping on. So just look for your rep, so in our case TUI, and we'll find out where to go. So we've been sent out to the right for the TUI desks, and all the coaches you can see just up there on the right. We've also got a taxi rank as well. There's a little car park out front. We've rented a car from here before, and we had to sort of ring up a number and get someone to come down and drop it off, but it's all quite safe around here. You're not getting bothered and hassled, which is really good. And it's not sort of densely built up around here, and that there's loads of shops or any other bits going on. It's just sort of a bit isolated, a few buildings up and across the road, but it's a bit residential and commercial, so you're not going to see any sort of McDonald's or any other restaurants or anything like that near the airport. Right, and our friend at the TUI desk has told us we're at bus 23, and Oliver's saying goodbye to his little girlfriend that he made on the plane, Evie. So I think I've spotted 23 down that way. So we'll get loaded on and over to the hotel. There we are, and we've made it on the bus. One of the last ones on. Made it! Hello. Here we are! We made it at the Atlantica Aegean Blue. So we're going to grab our bags and we'll head inside. So we've been dropped off, the fella's going to fetch our cases, and in we go. Thank you. Straight to check-in. So there we go, that's taken about an hour all in. So we're going to check in at the hotel, find our room, and I think we're going to call it the end of the video. So rather smooth sailing today, got here nice and easy, didn't take too long. Feeling relatively fresh, aren't we? You're looking good for 10 o'clock UK time. So thank you so much for watching. So we're going to upload a couple of videos whilst we're out here, including a room tour and resort tour and maybe a couple of other bits, but we'll see. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.